Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
I'm Justin, and Doug, if you could instantly know one useless fact about everyone you met, what would it be and why?
First one would be political affiliation. I think these days that's more important than ever.
Yep.
I don't want to judge someone based on that, but I feel like today, I need to know.
Where you at?
Where you at? Because it's really important to whether or not I feel comfortable around you.
I concur with this breakdown. Yes, that was going to be my top one as well. It was your political, and now I was thinking, I'm like, last party you voted for, but I'm like, you know what? That doesn't even shit changes, and I need to know where you stand right now.
Yeah. I need to know how you feel about things right now, so we can decide what's what. Second one, and a very close second, will be with dudes. Have they tried to suck their own dick? I think it's really important to know.
I'm going to take a pause on that. Do you know a lot of, statistically, do you believe that number to be high?
I think every dude has given it a fair shake sometime in their life. I think every dude has been challenged themselves I bet I could do it. You know?
You don't think a lot of us just going, that's never going to happen. Just look down.
No,
and go,
I think some people have they lay on their back, they bring their legs up. They call the buddy. They're like, all right, now push on my lower half. See if I can push it in there.
Hey, I brought my yoga mat. You said you wanted to do partners yoga? Kind of.
Yeah.
Come in the basement.
Yeah, I want to do some hot yoga. I think this is what I read online is what hot yoga is.
I want to do hot yoga. That Bikram was onto something. Holy cow.
Yeah. Tell you what, man, there's something happening here. People say you have to get some ribs removed to do this. I need to see if that's true. I need to see if maybe I'm better than that.
I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure Adam Levine is right there. And he just does yoga all the time.
Yeah. Marilyn Manson, the legend had it. He had his ribs removed, some ribs so he could suck his own dick. So,
Dude, that's the kind of shit that I love. It made its way. It was such a prolific rumor that we knew about it in Schaumburg and you knew about it in Kirksville. It's just 100%. Wild. It's wild.
Just like Richard Gere and the Gerbils.
Right.
It was just this thing that somehow everybody knew.
Pre-internet. That's the wildest thing about those.
Oh, yeah. I'm rewatching Deadwood right now and I'm watching it with Jill. Jill's never seen it before. I started rewatching it. I go, you know what? I think Jill actually might enjoy it. Have you seen Deadwood?
I have not. No. Is that the miniseries or is that?
It's 3 seasons on HBO.
Yeah, I got it. No, I've not seen it.
And a movie to kind of tie it off. It is so fucking good. Because the characters that are in that are some of the best characters I think ever written and performed in the show. And the reason I bring this up is very early on, first episode, Wild Bill Hickok shows up and he's a prolific character in the United States.
Okay.
He was a sheriff, and then he's known to be a guy that can shoot really fast, and he's got on some shows with the other guy, the other Bill. And so he's known. So he shows up into town and people see him and they go, that's Wild Bill Hickok. They just know. I've seen pictures of him. That's who it is. That's Wild Bill Hickok. The idea that you could be somewhere in the United States in a time where pictures were hard to come by outside of maybe a newspaper or something like that. But even then, very rare. Someone could be that's who that fucking guy is,
right. Right. And they just, they know you. That is wild. And your reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
To that extent. That's Wild Bill Hickok.
So there's that, back in the 1870s and then, Richard Gere, same thing,
Tomato gerbil. I get it.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it was just a common thing. Everyone knew. And boy, what a legacy to have, right? That's on his Wikipedia somewhere. It's the great big gerbil story of Richard Gere and his career.
Right, exactly. He was a meme before memes were memes.
It was just a joke that everyone knew,
At some point, we should do a whole episode on just the shared urban legends that we had between, that crossed our great nation.
Yeah. Because it is pretty wild to be like, people just, I don't know how that stuff spreads.
Yeah.
Before the internet, but it happened and everybody knew, and that's wild.
It
Absolutely
is
wild. I mean, to be honest, that stuff happened way before, like, you're talking about warring tribes and nations who were like, oh, this tribe, like, people used to say like what was it? I think they say the idea of werewolves started with the Vikings, because these dudes would get all fucking jacked up before a battle and they'd go into battle naked.
Okay.
And they would just be like howling and things like that because they were like accessing the wolf or whatever. And people were like, these people are fucking nuts. They're just crazy. And like, so this stigma, it's like, don't go to those woods up there, man. Those guys are crazy. They get fucking naked and they fight barehanded. They just stand there with a sword on a bridge and they dare you to come get them.
Just
like,
hanging dong and being like, let's go.
They're like, well, let's fucking go. It's like, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, it's not too unusual to know that, things like that can spread. But, the idea that, I don't know, something so specific, like Marilyn Manson had 2 of his ribs removed so he could suck his own dick, was just widely known.
It's so hyper specific and such. Again, it's not because, and it's not even like it needed to spread. Like if you encounter like a warring tribe, you want to warn other people, like, hey, just be careful of that bridge. There's like maybe wolf men, but maybe just naked dudes that are hanging dong and swinging swords. But Marilyn Manson's not one that anyone really needed. It didn't need to get. There was no safety involved. There was no one needed that to survive. Yet somehow
I would argue the same thing for Richard Gere and the Gerbil.
Well, absolutely.
Just like, hey, what a fun story,
That is not paramount to anyone's survival, but that story spread.
Boy, was it interesting.
Boy, was it
interesting. Yeah. We wanted to believe it,
I did for a long time.
We wanted to believe both situations. So, and now it's way worse thanks to internet and social media. So thanks.
Oh God. Yeah. It's interesting to see the progression though. If you take it, you're just like, cool. Dudes fighting naked, maybe werewolves. I don't know. And then to, Richard Gere dribbling his ass. And now it is incredibly watching the progression, the evolution, and now it's just incredibly dangerous. It was all harmless stuff. Even Richard Gere, not great for him, but in the grand scheme of things, didn't really hurt anyone else. And now, oh fuck, we are worse for the wear.
I might argue that the internet was the worst invention, like for us, like because it's something that should have brought us together has actually ripped us apart, and then social media has just amplified that and accelerated our demise.
I don't know. Was the internet the worst thing or is social media the worst thing? I might think a little hyper-specific.
That's a great question. I had this debate lightly with someone off mic recently in that I think the internet created spots, homes for people to connect people of all sorts, good and bad. If you knew a racist in your town, you're like, hey, there's Tom the racist. Watch out for that guy. And Tom the racist only had the community that was around him. That was it.
Right.
With the internet, Tom could link up with the racist highway. And then all of a sudden, he's on all the places. He's like, I'm not alone. And then they organize.
That's a fair.
And then
it is a way that
social media makes it worse because social media algorithm thrives off of controversy and anger and arguing and that sort of engagement, which just fuels that even more.
Right.
So now here we are. And I don't think obviously these social media, I don't think it was intended to be this way, but that's where we are now. And now they're like, well, I mean, when people fight and leave comments on each other's posts, that just means we win, you know? So,
we've gotten so much. We have so many active users a month. It's incredible. Let's just keep this gravy train rolling. That's a great point. I mean, that people, and people always say, are things worse now than they used to be, or has it always been this way? It's always been this way. It's just people were more siloed off. They didn't have that. They did not have that way to connect. These people have always been there. These very fringe movements, real radical ideas. They've always been there. It's just they've been very siloed. There was no way for them to connect and congregate in mass. And now there you go.
There would maybe be like a conference once a year, and people would actually have to subscribe to a literal newsletter.
Yeah, you'd have to be like, all right, we're going to be at the Best Western in Duluth, Minnesota. Come on up, and don't
these dates. And you would call and make a reservation. You go up there and be like, I have no idea what this is going to be like.
But VIP badge gets you 2 free drinks at the hotel bar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got Tony Hinchcliffe is going to be doing a set there with Kill Tony. So,
he's our keynote speaker.
Right.
The signature awkward pause moment in conversations. Everyone's got a signature awkward pause moment, like right before it hits, you see it. Mine often is if I'm with someone I don't know, slight lull. I'm like, yeah, all right. And I'll look down, and I'm like, that. I know as soon as I say all right and look down, I'm like, I need to either get out of this or figure out the next question to ask, because we're going to sit here in silence and it's going to be very, very rough.
Yeah.
So if you could know that, see it, and know that that is their indicator, you would be king of the small talk. Or you could avoid it, and as soon as you see that, you'd be like, hey, look, I got to take off, but it's been great talking to you.
Hey, I got to take a shit. I'll be back in 15 to 20.
Is that
be
yours?
Here or not? That's up to you,
Be here or not, I don't wash my hands. Fair warning. See you soon.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I just said 2 truths and a lie. Figure it out.
Do you
want to run that risk?
Do you know what your awkward pause moment is?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's definitely like it's. You can visualize it when it's happening. Like you're sitting there, you're like, oh my God, it's like you're in a jet and it's like, no fuel, out of ammo. And you're just like, oh my God, pull up. It's like the engines failed. We got a bird strike. And you're trying to pull up and you're just like sitting there and it feels like an eternity. You're like, I have nothing to say.
And
I don't know what to do.
It's always a dribble too. It's like it's watching the last bit of water come out of a hose. It's like there's this perfect flow, and then all of a sudden it starts to slow down. Then one of you thinks of that one more. Oh, was that pre-pandemic or post? It was pre. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. And it was like that one. You tried, but you just couldn't make it continue. The other one that
I've gotten way better at that over time. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, I mean, I still don't enjoy it,
right?
But I like. There's people I know now, other parents, and I know there's one in particular. He just doesn't like. He we'll talk, and then there'll just be a silence, and it's okay. Like we realize we don't have to fill the void. And I know that's, and like I feel awkward for a hot second. I'm like, this is how he rolls. It's fine. Like we don't need to be talking. And there's other people I can talk with just nonstop. For him, we say our pieces and then we stop, and then maybe we'll start it up again or whatever, and it's fine. And you said something that was really gross to me, which was the king of small talk. I don't want to be the king of small talk. I don't want to be the monarch of that kingdom. I don't even want to really visit that kingdom. I like to stay out of there as much as possible. But
what I'm saying is that if you get caught in it, you can wrap it. You can see it coming and then wrap it up before that ever gets to be a problem. So if you're forced into it, you don't have to sit in that awkwardness. Not with this guy, but with anyone else. You can watch. You'd be like, "That's the trigger. I'm out," and just excuse yourself. I think that would be. It would save me from a lot of. And look, over the course of my life, maybe a couple hours added up all sum total, but it's just in the moment they're horrible. These awkward pauses are horrible.
Yeah, that kind of suck. But I'm also like, I don't know, maybe just who I am right now in this moment. I also look at it as like everyone's the same with that sort of shit. No one likes
That's
awkward
fair.
pauses, and I realize like we're all going through it at the same time in that same moment, and that just sort of humanizes it, which takes the pressure off me. I'm like, they don't have anything to say either,
right?
So. Why am I responsible for trying to put on the crown to be the king of small talk and be like, here is my decree. I will have my rents, peasant. I
also like the idea that you will just comfortably sit in a silent, again, not with this one person, but anyone else. You're at that point now where I think you would comfortably sit and be like, let's see how long this can go.
I don't know, man. It's
an improv game now.
I'm such an old man already. And when I'm an actually old man, I'm going to be a real hoot to be around. I tell you what, man. Like I see how it happens over time. You're like, man, how can old people be like that? You just stop fucking caring. You're like, my time is valuable and this is stupid. What we're doing right now is dumb.
Yeah. And
if it ends, good. Because then I could go focus on something else that fucking matters as opposed to this stupid fucking small talk conversation. Right. I don't care. Like I will be kind. I will be polite. But when the conversation runs dry, oh well. I don't owe you anything, sir or madam.
Very similar to that, like that getting old idea. I just posted a reel from John Mayer, who had he was on in his podcast. He was talking. He's like, there's a point once you reach the age of 40. At some point after that point, you will things just aren't. He's like, and we've talked about this. Things aren't for you anymore. And he goes, the quicker that you can realize that, and you'll resist it for a while and be like, things were better when, and he goes, the sooner you can understand that things aren't meant for me anymore, the sooner you can be at peace and go, cool, let them have it. That's their thing, and they love that thing, and understanding. I was going to tie this around, and I completely lost where I was going with it. It was something.
It's okay.
That you had said.
Let me take the baton from you. I got
Go
you.
ahead.
Excellent episode from Some More News this week on toxic nostalgia. When you talked about like things are greater back when, he's like, yeah, things are better back then because you were 12 and you had nothing on your mind and there was nothing, you had nothing to worry about. You were 12. Yeah, it was fucking great, but we don't need to go back there. Like that's regressive.
Were things really better? Like for
were
you
they?
Personally,
for
yes,
you, if you were white, probably
right.
fine. It was probably just great. But also, the things that you're opining for is fucking corporate shit.
Right.
You're like people flipping out about the Cracker Barrel, like, oh my God, dude, they're changing the logo, which by the way, admittedly, the new logo, dog shit. Terrible.
Yeah. Look,
not
from
good,
an objective standpoint, yes.
They're like, how could they get rid of this logo that's existed since 1979? It's not that old, guys. It's not even 40 years, 50 years old. That's barely a lifetime. It's not even on Social Security yet, man. It's still working. Like, what are we talking about here?
Obviously it's not us, but do that many people really, is it that beloved, the Cracker Barrel?
No, it's not. It's not.
When people started getting outraged, I was floored because I'm like, why? Who gives a shit?
I was like, yeah, it's a shitty new logo, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't go eat at Cracker Barrel.
No.
I don't fucking care. And even if I did, I still wouldn't care. I'd be like, that's a shitty logo, but whatever. Right. If I liked it, I'd be like, I'm going to eat here,
It's still good, yeah.
Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like,
so I remember
the things that were just like really like, oh man, it was really great way back when. I'm like, was it?
Yeah.
Was it though? I don't think it was.
What I was going to tie it into is that idea that I'm going to be the person. I'll never fall out of touch.
No, you were really like that, man. 10 years ago, you were just like,
I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to work, and you never think. But then
you get on Snapchat. You're like, yeah, man, we're trying this out. I lasted less than 24 hours. I'm like, I don't get this.
We tried to Vine, but it wasn't working. Like, remember the Office Vines we were making?
Get it.
No,
we didn't get it, man. We didn't understand it because it wasn't for us.
Make it work. No, and it just, you can try as you might, but
just like there's music that comes out, I'm like, I don't like this, but it's not for me, and I don't get mad about it anymore. I'm just like,
every year I try. I love award season, and when the Grammys come on, it reminds me how out of touch I actually am. Like, wow, I tried to watch it, and I know like every year the range of artists that I know shrinks, and I'm like, wow, we're in this field now. I know this many artists out of all of them that are being announced.
It's been like that since the mid 2010s for me, or even just really the 2010s. There was a time, about the time we were at assignment desk, we were listening to the radio all the time. I'm like, I don't know who any of these fucking artists are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who they are. And I don't care. I don't care for their music. I'm not that excited about it. Yeah. Whatever. And I've just found my stuff here and there that I enjoy, that I pick up and I listen to, but I'm not fucking raging against the world because I'm like, this doesn't sound like the pop punk that I always like to listen to. It's like, no one wants to listen to that shit all the time. Even I like to take a break from it. So who fucking cares? You know?
Enjoy what you enjoy. That's it.
Yeah. Say hi to your mother for me. Gang, let us know. If you could instantly know one useless fact about everyone you meet, what would it be and why? Let us know in those comments. If you're on youtube.com/mindgappodcast, check out the link to our Discord and let us know in the Discord, in the general podcast little chat area. Let us know. Give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear about it.
Do you want to know if people put shopping carts back? I bet you do.
Yeah.
Are they that?
Because if you don't, you're a piece of shit. Actually, that's also a close third. Do you put your shopping cart back?
It tells you. It tells you what you need to know about the person.
Because I'm like, cool, you are a lazy sack of shit. Anyway, speaking of gerbils, Justin.
The perfect transition.
I like doing hard pivots to new topics. I love
it. It makes me happy.
It's super fun because it's just like, I'm done here now. Let's go on to other things.
Which is why you never have an awkward pause in a conversation.
I sure don't, because I'd be like, hey, now let's talk about gerbils. You're like, what? So we had a fun idea thinking about, this world is fucking going down in flames all around us every single day. It just seems like, Jesus Christ, we can't get this right. So we had the idea of like, what if animals ran the world? Who'd be in charge? What would their policies be? How would things be different? So we're going to go and do what we call a thought experiment. And we want you to come along for the ride. You got
Join
that,
us.
you cocksuckers? Sorry. Watching a lot of Deadwood. They said cocksucker all the time.
So aggressive.
That's the first thing I told Jill. I go, hey, get ready for a lot of cocksuckers because and I think in the first episode, there's like at least 8 or 9 that just come within the first 2
Flying
minutes.
at you.
Bam. It's right there for you.
A lot of cocksuckers flying at you.
You're like, you got that, you cocksucker. I'm like, woo, okay, here we go. Off to the races. So here's the premise for this little topic here. So we're saying humanity has ceded control. How? I don't know. We'll just say we collectively like, we fucked this up. We can't do this anymore. So we're like, you know what? Animals, it's all yours. And the animals understand this and they're like, cool, we'll take over from here. They're like, cool. We relinquish control. Here are the keys to the White House, to, the video game store, to wherever we go, all the important places. And so now the two places that matter. So we're looking at a world, the Cracker Barrel, if you want, and they're just like, I don't know, we don't care. So we're looking at a world reshaped by animal instincts and societal structures. So first things first, the question: the prime minister, or the lion kingpin, who is going to be our ruler? I'm thinking like any particular animal. Is it one particular species that does this? Is it like, is it a council of different animal types? Is it one big meatball of all creatures? I don't know, but this is what we're going to figure out. So Justin,
yes,
I'm gonna open up the floor to you. If we're looking for the leader, how do you envision this happening? What would you like to see if the animals rule the world?
I think what I would like to see differs from what I think is the highest probability. So what I'd like to see, I would love it if elephants ran the world.
Yeah,
because I think elephants are benevolent creatures. I think they've got great memories. Their social structure is, it's incredibly. They operate very similar to how we operate, just sans war.
That's what you think.
Typically matriarchal leadership, which, why not give that a shot? We haven't done it yet, and this is where we are. They're very wise. They're empathetic. I think that'd be very, very, very cool to see elephants run the world. What I think is a more probable, because there are 20 quadrillion of them on Earth, I think ants could easily stage a coup and take us over, even if we didn't cede control. I think ants could just be like, you know what? All the ants just band together, and they're like, we're done. It's game over for us. I think they easily could take us down. Strength in numbers, hyper organized, and they can already lift like 20 times their body weight. So get a couple of them together. What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah, but which animal inherits the nukes? Which species is going to take over for the nukes? Because ants ain't got shit to say about nukes.
Crows.
The crows.
The crows.
The crows hold the keys. They don't operate, but you have to go to the crows. Go to the ravens.
They like shiny things, so they're like,
the
keys.
Ravens are the ones in charge. I will say this: I have heard, I think it was anecdotally, maybe, or it was on some sort of show talking about elephants. They also have a sense of justice and revenge.
Sure.
There was a story I read about where there was a group of lions that attacked and killed an elephant calf, and the elephants saw it happen. They found the lion den, and they fucking stampeded it and killed every single one of the lions that killed their calf. Like, absolutely obliterated the entire pride. Like, no joke. Like, you say they have good memories. Yeah, these fuckers don't forget. There's a book of grudges, and you're going in it. So
they're like, tonight, you.
Mm-hmm. Like, we follow them, we figure out where they are, and then we stampede the shit out of these guys because they're also terrifyingly huge.
Yes.
I think it would be interesting if we had to choose one species. Mm-hmm. It would be interesting because I am Practical Doug.
Let's hear it.
Something reptilian, right? Just no emotion, very practical, like alligators, very straightforward. They're just like, this is what we're doing, like, sir, the wounded they're slowing us down. He's like, cool. Well, I know what to do in this situation. Cut them loose. Like, they're slowing us down. Like,
Eat them.
we're not going to make it. We're going to eat them and we're going to be good to go and we'll keep on going. They're like a lawful evil kind of creature in the sense of just like, it's for the greater good.
Yeah. I would put alligator. I would definitely put them in lawful evil. That's a really good slot for them.
Yeah. I'm playing a video game right now. It's called Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And if you thought, man, D&D is too easy. There's not enough numbers. There's not enough complications. I want to play something like way more difficult. Welcome to Pathfinder. Game is fucking overwhelming as hell, but they have a really great character in there. It's called a Hell Knight, and it's a true lawful evil like group of soldiers.
Okay.
That pretty much just the law is the only thing that matters. If you break the law, you're dead. They'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And it's to them, it's like, what's the greater good? What's the greater cause? You think, oh, cool. Yeah. It's for the greater good. It's like, no. We will, if you're slowing us down, we'll kill you. Like, because you're in the way.
Yeah.
But we are united in this thing. And if you break the law, that's it. This guy's like, my mentor was the greatest one I ever had. She taught me everything I ever known. And it was my honor to kill her when she decided she wanted to leave the order and break our rules. And I feel like I would do a disservice to her if I did not end her life. And it was an honor to end her life, to keep her from running away. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy is not going in my party.
I don't trust you, sir.
I was like, I appreciate your perspective, but Jesus Christ.
That's very crocodile of you, sir.
Yeah, it's very alligator crocodile. It's a reptilian way of being like, how do we have to approach the situation? It's very complex. So like, let's take the practical approach to it.
I like that.
I do also like the idea of a council of animals as well.
Sure.
You get the elephant's perspective. You get the reptile, alliance. You get the insectoid, conglomerates,
Do you think they could do that though? I mean, with the elephants being so grudge driven, and with the alligators or the reptiles being so fuck it, cut them. Look like they're kind of. I feel like they're very like single minded or like one track. Like this is the way. Do you think they could form a council of animals?
I think they could, and then any sort of cat would not be invited, because they're asleep 60% of the day, so right. They just can never make it to the meetings.
Cats are to never be trusted. There's a rule I live by.
They're sleeping most of the time, so it's like, what good are you?
Right.
So, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they could pull it off. If you could find that sort of like council that sort of represented all of those different creatures, so they could get those perspectives, and you solve things through primal conflict.
I feel
primal
like
combat.
I feel like you got to put apes in there because, again, just of their intelligence level, and I think for water representation, you've got to throw the porpoise in there because you're taking the best of the best from every
shrimp.
From every time. Shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
They're wildly intelligent animals? You're telling me?
I'm just saying they get a bad rap. They should get representation.
You know how many shrimp I've eaten, Doug?
Yeah.
You know how easy they are to catch.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why they're disposable, which means they can go in there and be like, I don't give a shit. This is what we think. Kill me, eat me.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
We're radioactive now. You can't eat this.
That's right. We're filled with mercury, bitch.
I think the I don't know. I worry with the council. I worry that if it wasn't one group at the top making the decisions, I feel like they would. I could easily see them devolving into what we have devolved in as well.
Sure,
it's very true.
It's very true. So you'd have to pick one probably and stick with it.
Or like you said, or you could just like give them, the certain they stay in their lanes, right? Like
yeah.
Crows oversee, whatever the scouting and intelligence, and the crocodiles are, or the reptiles are I don't know. They synthesize all the information. The elephants are the sages, right? They give the advice. Crocodiles are the final decision makers. They're the ones that push it forward.
Everyone has their own realm that they deal with,
right?
You have different people, and it's like you stay in your lane,
right?
As far as like, because that's what they're naturally good at, is they all sort of maintain things based in their own sort of instinct and realm. Yeah. So they're experts, and no one treads in anyone else's realm, but all of them sort of have those different abilities that allow them to sort of work together. Like, we must go consult with the ravens. and see what they think.
I'm coming around to a council idea.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to it. I think that might be able to work.
It could be interesting. We must consult with the beavers for construction.
Damn, we must consult with the beavers.
They're like, we have a solution. Dams. Like,
the beavers again. Can we suggest
put a dam on the road? It will stop the flow of traffic. Like, no shit.
So just logs. You want us to just jam the road up with logs? But a dam.
Not just any logs, carefully designed and put together a massment of twigs and all sorts of things so that nothing flows through it.
Interwoven to let nothing through.
Yet we can live there, protected and comfortable.
The great Dam of China. We need to build this as long as it is. We can. What about just going around it? We'll build a longer dam.
Yeah, our fortress will not be broken by anyone. We will be protected from all sides. Beavers, local Beaver 408 is here to build. It would absolutely be unionized.
Absolutely.
100%.
And the rest of the council just looks at each other and goes, you know what? Just let them do their thing. It's going to take them forever.
Who's mad about having more fortifications?
There you go. Yeah.
Like,
you guys just report back on a quarterly basis where you're at with this whole damn thing.
We're like, oh, you'll see. You'll see. Local 408, out!
Roll out!
And they all slap their tails at the same time.
That's how as they're marching. That's instead of a drummer.
So now let's talk about like animal policies in action. So
okay.
I think we're rolling with the council, sort of. Like,
I like the council. Yeah.
What we think. So let's take a look at some different policy areas, like environmental. How do you think they would manage resources, human infrastructure, and pollution? So, like, what do you think they would do, or how do you think they could go about doing this? Because if humans are sort of like, humans still exist,
right?
We just don't have a seat at the table. We're giving up all of our power and ceding it to these animals. So.
Right. So I think, like, if we throw ants in there, right? I think if they're in charge of, I think ants need to be in charge of was like city planning. Right. So I think
they can work with the bees, or the wasps.
Exactly. It's the insect. It's the insect collective, like you said. I think they need to. They demolish the human sprawl. They tear everything down, and they kind of reform everything in a very, very efficient and streamlined manner. And I don't think the humans, honestly, I don't think they're going to be mad about it. I think they're going to see the errors of their ways and be like, fuck, this is way more efficient.
Right? Yeah, especially, it'll be interesting because obviously ants are like, we serve the queen. That's our purpose.
Right.
Our purpose is to protect the queen. So they're like, well, that's why you build it the way you do. Like, we don't necessarily have a queen. So, we're looking for different, ways to do it. But I would love to take that sort of inspiration from them and be like, this is how we do it. And this is why we do it. And this is how you could do it better. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
A faction we haven't considered, Justin, is the Arachnid Empire and how they fit into all this.
Death to them. They're the death squad. They are the ones you call in.
They are not the death squad, but
they are, Doug.
They are there.
They're there.
Watching always.
Waiting. Watching.
Yeah,
I don't know. We can come back to them. We don't have to talk about them right now, Doug. That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
No worries.
Yeah. I think that'd be interesting to see them kind of like reevaluate how we go about building things. And then food and agriculture, like, would humans become a controlled resource or be phased out? How would they ensure food for all?
Well, I wonder, a controlled resource, like, would we become the livestock, basically? Because there's a lot of carnivorous animals.
There's a dark way to go with that, yeah. But also, could they use it like, we could be beasts of burden for them in a lot of ways, like,
sure,
we still have access to equipment and things, right? So if they like, for example, ants could be like, build your cities like this, and we're like, got it, and we would go in and demolish and then build accordingly. We would just be taking
they lay out the
instruction
blueprints,
to do that.
and we actually do the labor behind it.
Exactly.
Okay.
We are essentially a controlled resource. They find different ways for us to do different things because we do have a pretty incredible sense of knowledge. You know what I mean?
We do, and we have opposable thumbs.
That's also huge. A lot of animals don't. Like, we got the thumbs, brother. So
I could see that. I could see that. I could see that absolutely happening. I think we would become that controlled resource for them.
Yeah. Would there be something like communal hunting and foraging? You know?
Yeah, I think you would have to split it up into the hunting and the foraging because the carnivores are going to carnivore and the omnivores are going to omnivore, or herbivores are going to herbivore.
But even like for us, right?
Bivores.
Like, are we going to hunting and foraging? You know, like, are they going to use us for that as well?
I think that we become. I think they try to pick the best of us and teach us the ways of hunting. Because I think the first thing that they do is they're outlawing all the boomsticks. They're outlawing all the, like, we're going back. It's primal. I think they're saying, hey, look, no, all this shit that you guys created, no, nuclear disarmament. You don't need all that. You got teeth and claws now.
What about electricity? Do we still have electricity?
Ooh, I think the domesticated dogs are going to want that. I don't think they're going to want to go backwards.
The domesticated dog faction is like.
I think they do it with electricity because I mean, look, the ones that.
Yeah, I think of how it's being produced, unless it's like purely like solar and wind.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you're using a lot of the. I see them as very much like don't fuck with the environment.
Oh, exactly. They're very much tree
sort of
hunters,
thing.
Those animals.
So they're just like, hey man, if you're polluting everything, that's bad for us. So.
Absolutely. And most of them, they can see at night if they need to, or they've got the senses they can make their way through. They don't need it like us. So I do think we regress in that sense. It's going to be a lot simpler. But yeah, I definitely think that within that controlled resources, I think they do pull off the ones they need to form the hunting parties and provide that. But I do think that they are training us in those ways.
Yeah. Are we also considered pets?
Are
we a protected species? Are we a nuisance to be shooed away?
I think it's species to species, right? Like, I think to some species they're gonna be like, we don't need. Look, we're in control now. We don't need the humans. Get out of here. You're a bother to me. But I think other ones other species will.
Like dogs will make us their pets.
Wouldn't that be a fun role reversal?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh man, Benny would yell at me so much.
Hey, we're on guard all day looking out this window.
Right.
We yell at anything that comes by, all right?
It would be really funny because as upset as you get at your dogs for not understanding what you're saying, they don't speak English. These dogs are barking direct orders at you now, and you're like, fuck, I don't know what you want me to do.
Like, what do you want?
I don't know
what do you want from me?
Ah!
That'd be very funny.
I'm just going to go pee on the floor.
How do you like it?
Last
one in this area, like justice and law. Like, how would the law of jungle prevail? Would disputes be settled by trial by combat, elaborate mating rituals as legal proceedings? Like
elaborate mating rituals,
right?
Is there interspecies lust going on?
I'm sure there's humans out there that are like, finally.
Yes,
my dream has come true. I can fuck the sheep.
They're dressed up in their furry costumes, going, "Bring on the squirrels."
Yeah,
bring on the ghosts. That's a good question. I don't know. Law of the jungle, or would they? I'm assuming that if the animals are taken over, are they becoming more sentient, or becoming more self-aware of? Like, are they? Is there a possibility that they adopt what we like our legal system? Or do you think it's we're taking them with where they are right now?
I think they're implying their will on the world. They're running things.
Oh,
so I put in a sense in my mind, we can all communicate with one another.
Got it.
Like we all understand each other.
I would say that the eons and eons of being trained in the laws of the jungle. I don't think anyone's standing trial. I think it's going to be. Justice is carried out swift, and then everyone moves on. I
think at best, they're like, cool, who did something wrong? All right, cool. So you're accusing them? Fight it out.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever.
It doesn't necessarily have to be to the death, but fight. And whoever wins, all right, might makes right, you know?
Right. Might makes right, exactly. Until one of you cedes or dies, then this trial will be over.
That's how it's going to go.
I 100% think we're conforming to them in that regard.
All right. I want to move on to like the animal job interview. Who's getting hired or fired?
All right.
So which animal species would be surprisingly good or hilariously terrible at specific human jobs? So we already brought them up, but beavers,
right.
They would be an incredible architect, but would be terrible at customer service, and they would probably try to dam everything. So
exactly, they have one solution.
They have one solution: build a dam.
Build a dam,
know, and that's what they would want to do.
Yeah.
I also have koalas would probably be the best at running weed stores because they're always high on eucalyptus leaves.
God, I never would have thought of that, and it's the perfect fit. It's the perfect fit for a dispensary. Yeah, absolutely.
Now they also just have continual chlamydia, but you know, what are you going to do?
Hey,
who among us
goes with the territory, man? You know,
goes with the territory.
Buy your weed from them.
Weed stores.
Don't fuck them.
Yeah, that's right. You know,
it's a real clear distinction.
Right. Just do that.
It's the dispensaries that double as brothels. Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Yeah, the ones that are also like, hey man, we take all forms of payment.
Right.
You know, it's like, whoa, what are we talking about?
I'll just pay in cash. I'm good.
Cash is fine. Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, man, it's there for you if you need it. Or I should say, oi, it's there if you need it, bruv. That's not the right one. You can't. There we go.
There it is. Yep. Nailed it.
Tim Tam. What do you have?
Let's see. I think for doing elephants, I think because the empathic, strong memory, deep listeners, I think they'd make great therapists. I think that you could have them in anyone that needs a listening ear or a gentle. They could be good historians or archivalists. You know, they could be the ones that carry the stories.
Interesting.
I think they'd be horrible at IT or office support just because they can't fit in the building.
I don't think they'd be interested in doing that anyway.
It's like, did you turn it off and on? Did you just stomp it? I don't know.
Did you they can unplug things pretty well probably, but that's about it.
Absolutely. I think octopuses would be amazing baristas.
Ooh. Man, right.
Like or bartenders. They've got eight drinks going at the same time.
Yeah.
Very efficient. Sloths would be horrible cab drivers.
They'd be bad at most things, honestly.
Bad at most things, yeah. You know what? They could also run the weed shops with the koalas.
Right, yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Be perfect. I have cats would be terrible at any manual labor job because they're just asleep most of the time, but exceptional hunters. So you want them to go kill something, they're there because that's what they love. They're murderers through and through. Bears, classic seasonal employees, completely ineffective during the winter season. Just don't bother with them. Just like they come in for the spring and the summer, fall time, start being like, cool, man, see you next spring. You know, like
absolutely 100%.
Get them out of there, but don't rely on them at all. I also have ferrets would be the Indiana Jones of the animal world because they're constantly looking for things all the time, just shiny shit and just,
they're the PIs.
The PIs are, they're just like, the dudes on the beach with the metal detectors. They're always looking for something.
Yeah.
They're happy to dig and find stuff. And although they probably won't put it in a museum, they'll probably keep it for themselves.
I think peacocks could be influencers. They would be social media influencers. It's all look at me.
For sure. In that same vein, I have parrots would be podcasters. And because they also live like so fucking long. And they'd just be doing podcasts forever and ever and ever and ever. And you're like, cool. That or late night hosts.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Silverbacks would be bouncers.
Oh,
or personal security.
Any sort of like
any private, really.
Man, you think also just like construction. Oh
my God, yeah. They're just lifting I-beams above their heads by themselves.
Just whatever, just boom, and then like they're just hanging upside down, putting things in.
Absolutely, just riveting upside down for sure, for sure.
Yeah, those guys would be amazing. Football, I would love to see football with animals. Holy shit,
we could finally get 100 men versus one gorilla. Who can get it in the end zone first?
Yeah, I tell you what, the humans are being the water boys in that league. That's for sure. Ain't none of them playing against gorillas.
You're not going blue 42. No.
No way, dude. You can you imagine just a fucking defensive end, fucking silverback gorilla.
You go down, you look up, and you're just staring a fucking gorilla in the face, fangs out to here, just.
I'm like, I'm failing my intimidation check right now. Like, I am pissing my pants. That thing just whips you out of the way, just fucking tackles you.
Flag on the play, head ripped off, decapitation, offense.
Oh my
number
God.
89.
That would be amazing to see
Right.
that. They don't wear helmets and they don't fucking care.
They don't care. Fucking skull's a helmet, bro.
Oh, I fucking love it. That's all I got. You got any more?
I think hyenas would be stand-up comedians.
Yeah, that's good. That fits.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Maybe go fuck yourself. That's all I got. Some of the other ones are just so-so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we posted this to the Discord, the cool fans out there, asking them, hey, if you were an animal in this new world order, which species would you want to lead? And Jared said, pretty sure I remember reading a book about not letting pigs be in charge. That's pretty funny. He said maybe slugs. Everything would slow down a little and things would be extra safer because they're so vulnerable.
Okay.
Which I think would be very interesting.
Okay.
Noah says, I think
slugs would be in charge of OSHA.
There we go. Yeah, right. No shit. Noah said, I think I'd be fine with dogs ruling the world, mandatory play and nap times. Even if like architecture and stuff is dog based, I think the world would be pretty fun overall.
Yeah.
I totally have to agree.
That's solid.
And then similar to what you mentioned, Seth said, I like the elephant use of matriarchal society to guide herds using caution and experience. They seem very empathetic very empathetic animals, which is a high ranking quality for me in leadership. Immediately, I think they'd institute a policy of cooperation over predation. Would be a good candidate to topple capitalism, which is always at the root of what Seth's doing.
100%. That's on brand, and you know what? I agree.
I'm right there with you.
I'm with you.
So again, hit the link in the description, join the Discord. You can be a part of the discussion, and your shit can get on the show. You're fucking welcome.
You're welcome.
Justin.
Doug.
What are we doing for the game tonight?
Do you want to play a game today, Doug?
I want to play a game. Let's play a game.
So we are going to do our favorite game on the show to date, which is the movie guessing game. I've got 3 clips because my system is so fucked. I sent them to Doug, and he promised not to listen to them ahead of time. He's loaded them in the soundboard. They're titled Movie 1, Movie 2, and Movie 3, so he does not know what they are. So Doug is going to play these clips that I curated, and Doug is going to see if he can figure out what movie they are from. Doug, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, hit up movie number 1.
Cranberry juice.
Departed.
Motherfucker. As soon as it hit, I'm like, I didn't send it to you, did I?
All right, here we go. Movie number 1. By the way, I just want to say, last episode that I played, the clip Spatula City got us flagged by YouTube because apparently that got a copyright strike in Russia specifically. So sorry, our Russia listeners, if you couldn't hear last week's episode, YouTube said we weren't allowed to because of UHF specific Spatula City thing. Anyway,
blame Weird Al, don't blame us.
Movie 1.
They say the fucking smog is the fucking reason you have such beautiful fucking sunsets.
I don't fucking know what this is at all. I don't have a clue.
Not even a clue.
They say the fucking smog is the fucking reason you have such beautiful fucking sunsets.
I have no clue whatsoever. I have no inkling. I don't know who that is.
You can't hear the voice?
It's not Thanos, is it?
It is not Thanos. You are correct.
Yeah.
They say the fucking smog is the fucking reason you have such beautiful fucking sunsets.
I have no idea who that is.
It's a Chicago. He's always a Chicago guy. It doesn't matter what role he's playing. He's always got a Chicago accent.
He's a character actor that passed away?
Mm-hmm.
That has a mustache?
You got it.
I don't know his name.
Dennis Farina.
There it is. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay,
And doesn't matter who he's playing, where the character's from, he always talks like this. They say the fucking smog. No? Okay, so this one, it came out in 1995.
Have I seen this?
I don't know. There's a possibility you have. There's a possibility you haven't. Came out.
I'm leaning towards no, but
5. Barry Sonnenfeld is the director.
Oh, Barry Sonnenfeld. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You know Barry. He did Men in Black.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it Men in Black?
It is not Men in Black.
It's not Men in Black. Yeah.
No. Let's see. It's based on a book by Elmore Leonard. It has
L. Ron Hubbard,
Dennis Farina. It has James Gandolfini. It has Gene Hackman, Rene Russo, Danny DeVito, John Travolta.
Is this Get Shorty?
This is Get Shorty.
I've never seen it. I've seen the sequel.
Be Cool. I'm very sorry.
Cool. Yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is.
But it's Get Shorty!
Yay! I got all the hints in the world, and we got it. Ba 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 ba.
I thought you were gonna play a fart there.
Thought about
off your
Thought about it, but I didn't.
Thought about it, didn't. No, this always. Anytime someone talks about sunsets, this line runs through my head. So
Perfect.
He's from.
This is exactly why I'm so glad you pulled this quote, because this is something that lives in your head rent free.
Always.
And it's just always.
And the thing is, I've said this to people, and they look at me horrified because they'll be like,
well, I'm sure it's all the F bombs. You might as well say these cocksucking fucking cocksuckers.
That's it. Because I keep thinking, I'm like, I love this movie so much, but I'm like, people have to know what this is. So like the first time someone said, I think might have been, it's either Drew or Jamie or I don't know what, but someone was commenting on something. They say the smog is the fucking reason you have such beautiful fucking sunsets. And they were like, "Are you okay? Are you
like Jesus?
I'm
sorry."
Things good?" So what this is he's from Miami Beach and he has to come out to LA to chase John Travolta's character. And he's just annoyed by everything. Travolta's character's been one-upping him this whole time. And he gets out there and he's in the back of this limo and he's a mobster. He's in the back of this limo and this guy, he's no mood for it. And this guy's like, "So have you been to California before?" And he's like, he's like, they say the smog is the reason. Or he goes, "Is it ever fucking sunny here? They say the smog's the reason we have such beautiful sunsets." And that's repeated a few times. And then at one point, Hackman is talking to him in his office and he just he's like, "Are you finding LA? Are you finding LA to your liking?" And he's just sitting there like again done. He's like, "They say the fucking smog's the fucking reason you have such beautiful fucking sunsets. Where's my fucking money?"
For the record, don't believe he's from Miami Beach. Not for 1 second.
He's from Miami Beach by way of Chicago. Anyway, so that's Get Shorty. Very, very funny movie. I would recommend it. Next clip, Douglas.
All right, number 2. Here we go.
Want some bacon?
No, man, I don't eat pork.
Are you Jewish?
No, I ain't Jewish. I just don't dig on swine, that's all.
Why not?
Pigs are filthy animals. I don't eat filthy animals.
Yeah, but bacon tastes good. Pork chops taste good.
Hey, sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'd never know because I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's Pulp Fiction,
that's
baby.
Pulp Fiction, 100%.
That's them eating at the diner at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah, yes, it is. Yep. And again, every time I make bacon, I'm just like, bacon tastes good. I just say it to myself in my head.
Pork chops tastes good.
Tastes good. It's just such a weird line delivery.
It is. It's what a choice.
Yeah.
What a choice to do that.
Big choice, yeah. Bacon tastes good. Pork chops taste good. Sewer rat might taste like pumpkin pie, but I wouldn't know because I'd never eat the filthy motherfucker.
Oh shit.
And that
love it.
It goes on with the rest of the speech that they give, where he's just like, "Well, pigs don't have enough sense to disregard their own shit. I ain't gonna eat no animal that has no common sense enough to eat." Like
that,
it's such a Tarantino back and forth.
And the thing is, I kind of hate it. I know there's some cinephiles out there like, "Oh, it's so amazing." I'm just like, what point is this serving in this film?
I don't know.
Like, what are we gathering from this? Like, how is this moving things forward? It seems like we're killing time until the attempted burglary happens.
Right.
And I'm just like, what do we? It's like the same thing. And I get people like, "Oh, the bar scene in Inglourious Bastards, it's amazing." I'm like, that is such a big fucking waste of time to me. They're just like talking, and then everyone dies. I'm like, what did we accomplish here?
Right. It doesn't for the
Michael Fassbender's
really
character fails, and they just chat and they're talking. I'm like, what are we doing? But that's just me. I'm a fucking idiot. So.
No, you're not.
Anyway.
It is I will say, a very fair criticism.
It's cool. It's cool as hell.
Yes,
but it's cool for the sake of cool. I think that's my critique of it.
It's fun dialogue. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. It's not like great exposition. It's just fun. It's just fun. That's all it is for the sake of being there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Last one. Here we go.
Kind of hot in these rhinos.
You motherfucker. You beat me to this one.
Did I?
You beat me. This one is on my list.
Clip?
Motherfucker. Dude, you have no idea how this is a central line in Jill's family. Like Jill's family,
really?
This is Ace Ventura 2. Like
when nature
they
calls,
have said this line so many times to each other. Whenever it's hot, they're always like, "Gotta hot in these rhinos." It is a staple, in my life, and I'm so glad that you did that. I'm annoyed that you beat me to it, but obviously I would have played it and you would have known it instantly anyway.
Absolutely,
we both would have nailed this one, so that is hilarious. I cannot wait to tell Jill that you played this one. I was like,
"That's amazing." I had no idea that would. I would never have pegged that movie to be something that her family was like
her sisters forever have quoted them to themselves, and I laugh so hard. Like that's a deep cut that has lived in my head. Also, personally, saw that movie a lot growing up, so I probably would have known that even without that. But like that is just a staple. Even comes up to this day in our household. So yes,
I shared with you over the weekend. I was on set for a feature that I was working on up here, and I was playing Mothman, and I was in a Giants Mothman helmet, full head mask, and it was so fucking hot, and that came up on set again. That's what made me think of it. I pulled it off. Everyone's like, "You doing okay?" And I'm like, "Kind of hot in this Mothman." Two
Anyone
people
get
got
it?
Two.
Okay. Hey, we got two.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. Nice.
But,
you old fuck.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, that's amazing that is a shared experience. I'm so happy. I love that. I love that was on your list.
I was just like, amazing. So good.
Cool.
So good.
Cool.
Thank you, Justin. That was so much fun.
Pew-pew.
Thank you for pulling those for me.
Absolutely.
Pew, pew, pew. Justin, what do you have to recommend this week?
All right. So I made it to the theater to see the.
You're doing this out of order. You're doing it out of order, but I'll allow it.
I know. I only because I saw it the most recent, but the Fantastic Four First Steps. Go fucking see it. Like between that and, fuck it. I'll do both of them tonight. The Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts is on Disney Plus. Fantastic Four, it'll be there soon enough. I don't think it's making money anymore in the box office, so it'll probably be out there shortly. But these two films, and I'm sure you feel similarly, feel like a return to form to me. And I don't want to jump the gun and be like, they're back. Marvel figured it out. But I do think that these feel like they're trying to course correct and bring it back from the brink and be like, these two films shared DNA from what the original run of films, like, or at least phase 1, 2, and 3. This is the first things in, or some of the first things in the second multiverse saga that have felt familiar. And I was like, cool, like we've got something here. So we'll see. But I would definitely say Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four First Steps, both very much worth watching. I also like how they're taking, like, again, Thunderbolts is like, let's talk about mental health and let's put it on the backdrop of superheroes. And Fantastic Four First Steps, let's talk about basically like utilitarianism and like what's the greater, like, what's good for the greater number of people, and then what's good for just yourselves, and how do you do that, and ethics. And I just think it's a really interesting look at that. Yeah,
I agree.
So, yeah,
Thunderbolts is incredible. Such an incredible film. And and Fantastic Four I also saw. I concur, sir.
There you go. Doug, what do you got?
I'm gonna recommend a game. I think it was like $10 on Steam. It's called From Glory to Goo, and it's not the title of my OnlyFans, but it's a mix of tower defense and real time strategy where you land on an alien planet and you basically have to build out your base And every so often, like these like aliens will start attacking your base, and you have to defend it. You have to build like an army. You build towers. You build walls. You have to have like harness resources and things like that to expand. And you have to like continually expand, which also gives you more room to build, but also opens you up to more threats. It's so much fun. It's like one dude made this game and is continuing to make it. It's so much fun. It's got like 16-bit graphics and it's great. And I fucking loved it. I played it for like a week straight. It was so much fun. I was obsessed with it.
Support indie artists like that. I love that.
Yeah. It's so much fun. Roll-time strategy and tower defense, it's my jam. I'm like, my brother was describing it to me. I'm like, cool, I'm going to buy it right now because both of those things are what I love. So it's super duper fun. Highly recommend it. It's cheap to buy on Steam. Go do that. You're welcome.
Boom.
You're welcome, everybody. And with that, I will say thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. Drop us a comment. Chat about anything we talked about on here. Check the link in the description for links to our Discord. Be part of the conversation there. Links to our Patreon. Links to our merch at Redbubble. And we'd appreciate all the engagement, all the sharing, and all that good stuff. And be sure to check out Justin online as well.
On Instagram at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. While you're in the online realm, wherever you can get your podcasts audio form, you can find us there too. Go ahead and subscribe, download, listen, review, all the things that we ask you to do every week. And then sharing is the big one. Just let someone know that we exist, and it goes a long way. And we thank you ahead of time for doing that. 2east8th.com, 2east8th on all social media, loveandimprovfilm.com, loveandimprovfilm on Instagram.
Booyah.
Booyah.
With that, I'll say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, I thank you.
Listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all, have a dandy fucking week.
Mind Gap Podcast.